in the heart of the River Kingdoms lies an old Pathfinder lodge, once thought lost. A lodge shrouded in secrecy and mystery, driving many to believe that its goals are not that of exploration, but of more nefarious purposes. Recently, an unknown venture captain has reopened the lodge and recruited a new group of Pathfinder agents to do its bidding. Whether their goals are to benefit the society or something much more sinister is yet to be seen. Welcome to Tales from the Black Lodge.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat Tales from the Black Lodge. I'm your GM and host, Demon Glicker, and in this week's episode, we come to the epic conclusion of her tale. Will they be able to get everyone out in the secret cove? Will they survive the dangers under the water? Will they manage to get a 2-ton stone giant out? Find out this week. So a few quick notes. First of all, the reference of the title of this episode, Sensual Blacksmithing, comes all the way at the very end, and trust me, it is worth it. If you thought the last 2 episodes were funny, the last half hour of this episode is insane. So I think you will enjoy it quite a bit. Also, I did want to note that I actually do, I believe in this episode, earn income incorrectly. Seth's character is a field agent, which gives him 12 days of downtime. So if he does earn income, he gets to spend 12 days to make money. And I had him do just 1 roll. The correct way to do it is there's 1 roll per 8 days. So, just a big FYI, in case you ever do this, he was supposed to roll twice. Once for 8 days, and then another for 4 days. And then each of those rolls determines how much money he makes. So, I caught that after, but that is a big mistake. Not earth-shattering, it's a few coppers here and there. But if you're running your own game, just be aware of that every 8 days requires its own roll. Especially if you're doing something like, I don't know, if you do a Plaguestone, where you get something like 24 days of downtime, each time you do earn income, you get tons of rolls. So just be aware of that. And then one thing I want to mention is the audio quality is a little iffy. This was recorded back in the beginning of when the virus was striking. For some reason, a lot of my internet connections were a little unstable, especially when it came to audio. They've improved significantly since then, so I did what I could to clean it up. So if you hear a little bit of distortion here and there, you'll be aware of that. This should be the last episode that will occur, but I do apologize for that. So one thing that's not much of a spoiler is that we do finish up the tale this week. We finish up the episode. Whether or not they're successful or not, whether or not they all live or not, you will find out at the end. So that means next week we will have a brand new episode and a brand new tale. So next week's tale, after this, they had decided that they had enough role-playing to last a lifetime. So we went back to more of a fighting episode, but that one, trust me, is also lots of fun because we have Vanessa returning. That's right, Vanessa Hoskins from the first episode brings Mama Millicent back. But Mama has a few more adventures under her belt, and she has a couple of tricks up her sleeve. So next week's episode gets really, really crazy, especially since it's non-stop fighting and shenanigans. You will have a really, really good time with that one. And then, to even go further in the future, the one after Vanessa's is the special episode I did with Eric Mona. And, wow, that is going to be a special treat. For those of you who didn't listen to it live a few weeks ago, Eric is an amazing player. There's a reason why he's in charge of Paizo. He's really, really good at role-playing, and it's always fun to play with people who wrote the rules. So, look for that after the Vanessa episode. So, figure the next episode will probably take about a month to get through, and then you'll hear the Eric episode, which, I'm telling you right now, was a quest, and quests are supposed to take 1 hour. I recorded it, and I look at the quest, and it took 4 hours to record. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a quest as one large 4-hour episode or break it up into smaller episodes. I'll probably break it up into smaller episodes because that's a long quest. And there's a lot that goes on during that quest, let me tell you. And oh my god, it is crazy. I like playing with real pros because they do things and show you things that you've never seen before. And sure enough, Eric does some insane spell casting madness and does crazy things with his character and does things I've just never seen before, even after playing for 40 plus years. So, quick show notes. First of all, PaizoCon is coming up in 2 weeks. We will be doing a special Black Lodge episode with Eric Mona. The schedule will be going up any day now, but do be on the lookout for that. So we will have him back, and you'll get to watch him live with us playing Black Lodge. Don't forget about RPG Superstar, giving away thousands upon thousands of dollars of prizes. You have a couple of weeks left, and you could submit up to 3 monsters, and you can win up to 3 times. That's right. The judges have no idea whose entries they are judging, so you can win once, twice, 3 times a lady. And then, of course, the Patreon. Right now, we have been experimenting with the video portion during the live show. We now have a video overlay. We show the battle map. You can see us. We're doing a lot more. We're getting semi-professional. We went from podcast to streaming, and now we're something in between. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like to do streaming. I think there's a lot of dead time in streaming. I think streaming can sometimes be a little boring. Our streaming has not been because everyone talks over each other and it's sort of nuts. So I think our streaming is a ton of fun and you'll enjoy quite a bit. Again, if you do $10 Patreon, you can watch us live no less than twice a week. So check that out. And of course, there's other things on the Patreon as well, so be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, do check out our Discord channel, where there are hundreds upon hundreds of games and activities and other fun things. Just go to discord.rollforcombat.com and you can join in on the fun. But with that, let's get to this week's exciting conclusion of Tales from the Black Lodge. So last we left off, it's the end of day 3. You've all met up at the inn. Almost everyone's there. You got the family. You got a stone giant. The thief actually even showed up. He snuck his way in without you realizing it. In fact, everyone's there except for the guard. The guard's the only one there, but she's sneaky, so who knows when and where you might meet her. And you also did say at the beginning of the 4th day, so she might not show up now. And one thing I forgot to mention is that when you show up and the family shows up, that they produce their payment for you because they did not produce the payment for Nella, if you remember. So Daffodid produces the payments in the form of she whips out a scroll of air bubble and a gold nodule aeon stone. And she offers that up as payment for your services to render them out of the city.
What does a gold ion stone do?
Chris Beamer is playing Thorgan the Lion, a dwarf redeemer champion.
That's a good point. I don't know, actually. Let me see. She goes on to explain to you that the gold nodule ion stone is a very rare ion stone. And it is. It's worth, are you ready? 230 gold pieces. How about that?
Wow.
When a gold nodule ion stone is created, its creator chooses a language they know to store in the crystal. And when you invest the stone, you can gain the ability to understand, speak, and write that language. It allows you to cast Comprehend Languages as an occult innate spell once per day. So basically, it allows you to cast Comprehend Languages. And it also gives you a language for free. How about that for cool?
Wait, it gives you a language that's stored in it already, or how does that work?
Okay. Yeah. You gain the ability to understand, speak, and write a language for free, because in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, languages are really, really hard to learn. Like, once you learn your languages, it's really hard to learn new ones. So that's one way to learn a new language, and allows you to cast Comprehend Languages as an occult spell once per day. And then the scroll of the scroll of air bubble acts as air bubble, which we can look up at I believe air bubble's more or less the same as first
A
edition.
bubble of pure air appears around
There
the
you go.
target's head, allowing it to breathe normally. The effect ends as soon as the target returns to an environment where it can breathe normally. It lasts range of 60. Target is the triggering creature. Duration 1 minute.
So good in an emergency. So they hand over those treasure bundles. So you have a whole bunch of treasure, in fact. You got tons and tons of stuff. And then don't forget, you did find stuff off the people you murdered in the warehouse. Don't forget.
I mean, self-defense.
I had an idea real quick.
Jason McDonald is playing Nella Amberleaf, a human wild druid.
Could we get close enough to our ship that we could have the giant use the scroll of air bubble and swim out to our ship, avoiding the guard post? Or is a minute going to be too long?
I think that's one person, right? Not mass air bubble.
Well, but the giant's going to be the hard one to get through the guards.
Oh, the giant.
So I was thinking we
Yeah.
could give the giant the air bubble scroll, and he could swim
Just let
out to
him
the
walk
boat.
out into the ocean.
Yeah, just meet
I was
our
thinking
boat. Meet our
that
boat
too.
out there, and
That's not a bad idea.
I love the smuggle him out as a statue idea though. That is a lot of class style.
Seth Lipton is playing Nixnox, a goblin fire elementalist sorcerer.
But I think we have to get him to the water first and then cast it. You can't just cast it on him now and then have him go out somewhere. Like the water has to be there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is there's only a 1 minute. It's only a 1 minute spell, so we'd have to.
Oh, so forget it.
To get him. Well, no, we could do it, but we'd have to get him fairly close.
Yeah, but the water is outside the gates, right?
1 minute spell. What kind of water breathing thing gives you
It's
1
a level
minute?
one. It's a 1 level spell.
Oh, jeez.
John Statz is playing Mr. Peepers, a halfling thief rogue.
I don't even know. Well, actually, probably Nixnox could do that. Could cast the scroll, right? I don't know how scrolls work in Pathfinder 2.
You need to have the spell to basically cast
Or
it,
you
I
need to
think.
have the trick magic item feat,
That
which
works.
Which feat?
which somebody in this party has.
Oh, hello. Nixnox can probably do it, though, right? Nixnox didn't know how to cast arcane spells, right?
Wait, do you have
Actually,
to?
it's arcane and divine. Maybe I could do it even. Interesting.
It's just the spell type you need to know, not the spell itself.
Correct.
Well, looking at it, says Air, Conjuration, Core Rulebook, page 316. Traditions, Arcane, Divine, Primal. Cast as one action, verbal trigger. Creature within range enters an environment where it can't breathe. So any environment where it can't breathe.
Basically, this is all you need to know. It's a lot easier. I'm going to break it down. There's only 4 spell lists in Pathfinder 2nd Edition: Arcane, Divine, and Cold Primal. That's it. If the spell is on your list, you can cast it. That's all you need to know. And most of the times, you'll know just by the spell type. So if that spell is on any of your lists, whether or not you know how to cast the spell, you
Right.
can cast it.
So both
That's
Jason and Nixnox and Seth could do it, and maybe me. I'm not sure.
Because of primal, because we're both primal. I'm actually primal.
Yeah, it's primal. It is primal.
Yeah, we're technically both primal, and air bubble is a primal spell. So
Correct. What did we get from the 2 people that we had to defend ourselves against who were trying to murder us?
I remember rapier.
You found a rapier, you found a spell book, a staff, an inkwell, and a potion. Ooh.
Is the staff just a normal staff?
It's a normal staff. Ooh.
What's the potion?
It's a potion. Someone has to identify it. Ooh.
That's not me.
It's not Mr.
That,
Peepers.
I could do that with my read and know things abilities.
Yes.
Like
Let's-
as in cantrip read its aura.
Yes. Well, basically, what is your main spell component thingamajig for your sorcerer? If you're primal, what is it? Occult
And it's
isn't that nature
primal.
for primal?
or nature? Nature. Well, what's Nixnox's like? What does he use to cast spells?
Primal.
Yeah, I thought it was just like primal.
What skill? What's your skill? What's your
Oh, what's my
Yeah.
I'm intelligence. No, I'm charisma. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Jesus.
That's not a skill though. That's an ability score.
Do
I
you
know,
use
like I'm forgetting how to
occultism?
play this god.
Is that what
I'm,
your
I'm
thing
like
is?
I'm like forgetting how to play this goddamn game. It's crazy.
Ha ha.
Do you use Arcana or Occultism? Probably one of those. Two.
I have both our Arcana and Occultism, and they're equal.
Okay, so the +5. So you use that. You use whatever your quote main skill is to try to identify what this is. And you don't do it, I do it, and we'll find out if you figure it out. That's all there is to it.
Sure, fine. Arcana +5,
Okay.
Rain.
Oh, you know what this is. Nix Knox looks at it. He tastes it. He jiggles it around. He smells it. He dabs a little behind his ear. And then he realizes this is an invisibility potion.
That
Aha!
would be even easier than the.
How long does it last?
Yeah. Nix Knox.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
I know, I'm joking.
2 days.
Well, that's our giant.
10 minutes.
Right.
That's
So-
great.
Oh, that's awesome. We can definitely pick somebody to smuggle out that way. The giant.
However, you must know, do not sneeze or fart after you drink the potion, because you will be found out.
Why is that?
If you fart, you immediately
It's
become
considered
visible.
That's
Is it
considered
an
a
attack.
hostile action, and you'll become visible right away.
The rapier. What do you think special with that?
Yes, it's a rapier. It kills people. All
All right. What about spellbook? Like, is that how does that work?
It doesn't really. It's just an arbitration. I mean, you can look at it if you can read the spells, but this guy was a wizard type person, so I don't think you can.
You'd have to be a wizard, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
so you
All
can't
right.
really read it.
Is there any other loots that we didn't investigate of the payments?
Let's see. You got a low grade silver shield. You got the Skies Kit's repair kit. You had a minor healing potion. You had gems and coins. You got an invisibility potion. You have the Aeon Stone thing. You have the water breathing, air bubble, an air bubble scroll. And let me see. And you have the artwork.
Cool.
I don't think you have anything else of value.
All right.
And you have 2 rafts and a Holocaust cloak. Don't forget that.
What?
What is that?
Oh my God, you people!
Princess
Come
Bride
on.
reference.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God. You lose your
Podcast canceled.
John canceled. John canceled. He loses all geek privileges.
Actually, I think that means that John is a doppelganger. He's a pod person. Is there somebody like he should know that, and so he's a spy.
Oh, that's Princess
Yeah,
Bride.
It's
I'll
the
do
Dread
check.
Pirate Peepers.
Yeah, mediocre movie.
That's pretty
Mediocre movie.
Wait, what movie?
It's a Princess Bride reference. My gee.
Princess Bride.
Bride's
Princess
good.
Bride's a good movie.
Princess Bride is a
It's-
goddamn
it's
classic. I love that
Decent.
movie.
It is decent.
Oh, well, I will give Jason full kudos that he had a wit reference from Brandon Sanderson. That is a deep cut. But that actually
Yeah.
John would know. That's a
I
very good
do
one.
what I can.
I like that one.
It also has the best choreographed fencing sequence in modern cinema.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm actually right-handed, so yeah.
True though, the one from the first fight between Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was.
But at any rate, let's not get too far down another.
I know. I'm starting to go into the fight from They Live, which is my favorite one of all time. But anyhow,
Let's do it.
Is that
Let's
thing called
do
a
it.
Holocaust cloak? Because that was part of the thing that was. I mean, what is the name of that?
that
What
was
is
a
the
joke.
cloak?
There's no such thing as a Holocaust cloak in Pathfinder. Anyhow, it's nighttime. What's the plan?
Okay,
It's
so-
the 3rd day. What are you gonna do?
I think we had settled on definitely the family going out on the boat the next morning, and the last person. I kind of talked you guys into the accountant because he might be kind of hard to slip out the front gate, but the accountant was still sort of open.
I
for
remember
debate.
that. I think that's right. That's what I think I remember that.
So, is in the words of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or whatever, his final answer.
But wait, what are we doing with the giant? That's
Yeah.
that's
There's
the problem.
a lot of hubbub and reconsidering about the giant. Like, are we gonna?
I feel like the giant gets the invisibility potion. I think that might be the easiest way to get it.
and
And goes where?
and the air potion and the breathe underwater potion essentially, and so he tries to swim out to the boat and sneak on invisibly, so the captain of the escaped vessel doesn't give us trouble about the extra person.
Yeah, I like that idea. I don't think he needs the air bubble, but invisibility is good because he said he was a good swimmer already.
Oh, I thought we were going to take him out on the regular boat on day 5, but that he could just walk through the gates and the guards wouldn't see him. But we could do that. The problem is that if we put him on the boat on day 4, they might still notice he's there when the invisibility potion wears off and then throw him overboard.
I agree. I agree, actually.
I was thinking taking him out. I was thinking take him out with us on day 5.
I agree with that. That was my thought.
Okay. What about the dwarf and the daughter?
I guess they would go in the group that goes out with us, but we need to come up with some sort of story or plan for getting them out.
We need forgeried merchant paper. Well, then again, he is a merchant. Like, he's an innkeeper. Like, how hard would it be to use his actual papers to be like, he's establishing a new business somewhere? You know what I mean?
Right. It sounds like we make whatever modifications to our papers would give us the color of plausibility, and we find that specific guard that sold a forgery to the Rune Lord, and confront them with that, and use that leverage to have our bluff, or to have our forged papers work and make it through. It sounded like that's the angle.
All right. So who's going out on the boat today? Is today the day? 3rd day or 4th day?
Well, it's night, and tomorrow morning is going to be the first boat, and that's going to be
tomorrow morning. Everybody who's taking a raft out takes the raft out.
So that's the family,
raft
the family, and the accountant.
Family of 3. In their way, we can do 5 though, right?
No, the family is 4 people.
4?
Yeah, there's a husband that wasn't in the encounter, but
and 2
there's
kids.
a husband.
Oh my god, there's so many people.
And then one other person on that raft, which is, I think, the accountant guy.
So that leaves...
So it's the family, 4, and the accountant on the rafts and smuggle out through the secret door on the boat, through the secret passage on the boat. And then everybody else in a big... Okay, and everybody else in a big
that's
parade.
the thief, the guard, the innkeeper and the daughter, and the giant go out with us on day 5.
Right. I feel like we should get greedy and like insist that he takes more than 5.
Why would that matter? Why would we care about that?
Because
it would just
going
make
through
our
the
job
front door
easier
is
on the front door.
is so much explaining to do. So many extra people.
I think
It's a big unknown, though. It's a big
Steve's-
unknown.
to
It's
Steve-
very
yeah,
clear. We have
to Steve's
how many
earlier
to
point-
get- yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to Steve's earlier point, I think you have taken on the mantle of overthinking
Yeah.
from
really,
me.
Yes.
The only grace that we would get is wearing out the DM. That's really where it would happen. That's why it would happen.
I'm just
All right,
sitting
well,
here.
I'll go with the flow.
I'm just listening. There's no
I'll go with
right
the
or
flow.
wrong
It's a sound-
answer.
In the meantime, we better get to work on some documents, right?
That
you
is
do
true.
have you
Mr.
do
Filch.
have 8 hours tonight. Now, here's the thing: to forge documents, you need. It's actually quite difficult. You need to be trained in society, and it is a minimum of a DC 20 secret roll.
Oh,
And I believe absolutely 0 of you are trained in society. Therefore, the chance of making forged documents is 0.
Yeah, but what about
Filch.
Flitch?
Filch.
He does it.
What
Yeah.
about the
No,
accountant?
he has his own. He already has his. We had a whole encounter about this. So, like,
The accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about the
but
accountant? He probably
can do
does.
it,
Does
though.
anyone here know how to forge a document?
Wait. Filch has forged documents that he made, which he revealed when we first encountered him, and we
Right,
damned
I
him and had a
understand.
whole
But they
interaction.
also
with
weren't
him.
very, they weren't very good, though.
They weren't very good. You're right. They weren't very good.
Well, you all sitting around. Are you going to be doing a jam session to try to figure out how to maybe get some?
Yes,
people out?
brainstorming, if you will.
Okay. With that, Yuleg says, "Well, yeah, I have," and he like quickly runs around. He says, "I have linens, I have towels, room furnishings, pickled fish, and barrels. Maybe we could use that for concealment. I have my wagon, 2 mules that can carry items.
Everybody gets in a barrel.
Maybe we can conceal you inside my items, and you can use your documents to say these were items you procured, and we can sneak you out. Maybe
That works.
Well, we'll sneak you out. You mean?
Okay, yeah, sneak me out.
You guys are the ones. Gonna be in the barrel.
Sure.
That was planned with the giant too. Like his be on a slab.
He says, "Oh, I think we could fit the giant." And you go into the back, and he shows you the cart, and it can definitely hold 4 medium-sized creatures or 1 large one. So it looks like the giant could fit in there comfortably, and they can cover stuff around and he can stand still, look like artwork. But he will take up the whole cart because he's so heavy and so big.
Plus but what about the crates of artwork that we also have?
Those are small. Those crates. Those
Okay,
are
so
just,
they can fit on the cart also with the giant.
Yeah, but those are just like
Okay.
pictures. You can carry
And the barrels.
Well, that would be part of the disguise. If you're gonna disguise him as artwork, he can just sit there with like blankets and stuff on top.
But
of
if
him.
we put the innkeeper and his daughter in a barrel,
They won't fit. It's too heavy, too much work.
Well, that's the problem. See, I think Flitch, the innkeeper and daughter, should go in barrels, and the giant goes invisible. Like that's how we do it.
I think
Okay.
I like that plan
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, that's good.
The giant can just kind of tuck himself right behind the cart, but invisible, and we can go through.
right?
I mean,
It better not be there. It better not be a crowded dock. I mean,
It's okay if it's crowded.
He is a large creature.
Yeah,
That's all
well,
right.
Flitch brings out his disguise kit, and he says, I can try to make some more documents. This was my best one, and as you know, his best ones weren't that great. He says, but if you want, I can try to disguise you and make you look like someone important, like a star or an opera singer or someone of some great importance. I can try to use my disguise abilities. Or do any of you know things like animal form or illusionary disguise or humanoid or pest form? That would be good because then
Oh
you
wait, that's an
turn
idea.
into like a cat or a rat and like run onto the ship.
Can I give my papers to somebody else and go in
Aha.
pest form
Oh, that's
and
good.
get through
be
the
a-
gates?
Yeah, and be a bug.
Filch looks at your papers. He goes, "Well, let's see, human, female. I could probably
Half elf female or whatever.
half elf female. I could probably finagle these, and we can have the daughter maybe passes you. I think that'll work. Yeah, I think I can make it generic enough. I think we could do that."
I'm willing to give my papers to the daughter and do it that way.
I don't know.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't matter though because we still got to do the barrel thing anyways, right? So what's the difference if it's 3 or 2 people? You know what I mean?
My suggestion is have Filch forge papers as crappy as they are, and put all of our money on the on the threat to that specific guard that you let us through and let us out of here, or we'll reveal to the Rune Lord that you sold them forged goods. Because if you arrest us, that truth is going to come out, and have that guard be
Just
our
hope that he's some guy who's there that day.
Yeah, that sounds to be pretty set up because that was integral to the other guard that we're also taking out. Remember that one that has to show up tomorrow?
Yeah.
That was that whole situation revolves around that being the case, about that guard being there to use all this. Which is to say, like, that guard kind of like guaranteed that would be the case, that guard would be there, and that's why.
Right. So we're totally changing it then. So no people in barrels. That's out now.
Yeah, my suggestion is no people in barrels. Either the giant is a statue, or maybe the giant invisible, whatever. Forged documents for everybody, and just make it a straight. Have that guard accept the forged documents and let us through. That's my suggestion, but we don't have to do it. That's just my suggestion.
Well, the banker looks at Mr. Peepers and says, "You good sir. You look like the thieving type, sir. Correct?
I don't know what you mean by that. I'm an honest person. I don't steal anything. That's not me. You
Well,
must be thinking somebody else.
Perhaps on the docks. I mean, it's risky, but maybe you could steal someone else's travel papers while we're leaving, and we could use those instead. I mean, of course, if you get caught, you might end up in jail. But if you successfully snag them, we can use them. I'm sure we can get by with someone else's.
Sure. We need only one pair. I mean,
I don't know. I don't like.
I'm gonna be too far you
guys. I'm honestly, I can't keep track of all of these different scenarios. Like literally, I get it in my mind. Then somebody says something. I'm literally lost. Not from the scenario, but I mean, I honestly don't even know.
Well, because Filch keeps coming up with these ideas, and I don't think we should listen to him.
The giant will be invisible, the daughter and the dwarf will be in a barrel, and just us will be riding the cart with Mr.
With genuine papers,
with the rogue with papers, whatever, right?
Yep.
And the guard?
I like that.
We still have the guard.
Guard is not around, so we'll see. They'll have to be in the cart also, I guess.
I think we should have the guard with us because they could talk to the other guards.
Right, but they can walk with us. They don't have to sit on the cart.
Right. I like that. Let's go with that plan. See, the problem is we're not supposed to overthink it, but then this Filch character is going to start talking, and then it makes us overthink it. That's the problem. We can't listen to the red herrings. He's no good. This guy has crappy papers. He's a charlatan. Like, we shouldn't take any of his advice.
We make him invisible, and then the dwarf and his daughter are with us, and the giant is in the cart as artwork.
Well, yeah.
Sounds like a plan. What could possibly go wrong? I think everyone.
Can he look like a statue, or is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's made of stone. He can just go bloop.
Right.
I'm a statue.
I mean, stone giants in D&D were never made of stone.
Okay,
No,
it's not D&D. It's Pathfinder 2.
Remember the encounter. Remember the encounter. He was introduced being completely invisible as a rock on the ground, like
a pile of rubble.
No,
right.
His whole thing is like, he's presented as somebody that can be incredibly still and pass himself off. We actually asked him, and he was like, "Yes, I can do it." So
okay.
So how about this? We can have the dwarf innkeeper out, the daughter and Flitch in a barrel, but no, you can't because then the giant as invisible.
You can either fit 4 peoples in barrels in the cart or 1 giant as artwork in the cart. That's pretty much your options.
I think it's the 3 of them, and then the giant's invisible. I think.
Okay, I'm in because also if she hits the fan,
all right, I'm for that too. Because now wait, now does that mean
that?
That means we don't.
Yeah.
That means we don't need extra papers for anybody if we put them on barrels.
correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Let's do that. Good. Let's do that.
And
Then
the
we
only
don't have to worry
instruction
about
for the giant is that if it looks like this freaking line is going to take more than 10 minutes, then you should slip into the water and swim to the boat that we're going to be on. Like, that's it. Like, if you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. So be it.
He can just go through the gates invisible and make.
That's great. I love it. Let's do that.
Right. Because God forbid we're in line and the guy becomes visible and people will just attack.
Yeah, he
him.
doesn't have to be the first person on the boat. He can be like the last person. Like he can just
Right. He doesn't have to be visible. He just go into the bay.
He can drink the potion and just freaking charge right through the harbor and be a bull in a china shop. It doesn't matter. If he's invisible, if he's the last guy, what are they going to do? Send the harpoons at him? I mean,
yep.
I don't know.
So let's lock it in.
They're going to send the brute squad.
We lock it in. They're going to send the Hell Knights.
We go to bed.
Okay. You go to bed. Oh, finally. You guys are talking out and walk around in circles. Mr. Peeper's head is spinning. He doesn't even know what's going on anymore. Thorgrim,
It's your fault, Steve.
Thorgrim,
it's your fault.
Thorgrim,
You muddied the waters. You're muddying the waters by having that guy talk.
I'm just playing the characters. They haven't even started cause trouble yet.
Oh
They're
nothing but trouble. I can't wait to get rid of these people. I hate these people. I know I'm supposed to have goodness in my heart, but oh my god, they're limits.
Well, he has placed that little seed in Peeper's mind, so Mr. Peepers might steal papers anyway.
He's not Thorgrim the lion. He's Thorgrim the babysitter. That's your new title.
No, exactly.
He's a hall monitor.
When I signed up for this is not what I expected.
And I'll tell you,
I
will tell you who's enjoying this a lot. Nick Knox, because Nick Knox and the kids are playing hide and seek all night long, and they're very, very good at it. Nick Knox is learning new ways to hide from the 2 little human children that are quite ingenious.
Don't stop muddying the waters. Don't give Seth ideas about stealthing and whatnot.
And Nella, Nella's
He
tired.
absolutely he's stirring the pot. Is what he's
Yeah,
doing.
and Nella's having fun turning into different pest forms to show the kids because they're like, turn into a cat, turn into a rat, turn into a monkey.
Turn into a dog, then come out of the room and turn into a monkey, and then come back in the room. And yeah.
Nella is the
Of course,
only...
that's with a 10-minute rest in between each.
Right. Nella is the only person that's guaranteed to actually survive this. Like, Nella could just turn into a mosquito and fly into the ship and be done with it.
There's some truth. Don't think I haven't thought that.
As you're getting hauled off to jail, Nella turns into a squirrel.
An albatross and flies
away. Exactly, turns into a bird, flies away.
I don't get
and
flying
leaves you-
forms until like
Oh,
level
that's
6
right.
or
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, God, how good is that? The flying forms. Wow.
Thorgrim's just angry that there's not enough combat in this mission.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Thoradin's angry. He's like, I'm a fighter, and
Yeah.
instead, I'm a babysitter.
No, look, it was clutch during that lopsided fight in that warehouse, and I felt great.
Yes, that was a good fight. That was
Okay.
enjoyable.
You all go to sleep. You all wake up bright and early, first thing in the morning, right at the brink of dawn with curfew, and you hear a knock on the door, and sure enough, it's the guard, and she's there.
Another person, another mouth to feed.
And she has her guard uniform in her arm in a bundle, and she is not wearing it. She just looks like a normal person, and she just sort of is very quiet and sort of nods to you all and says,
Well, that's the fourth person that can be in a barrel and go in the cart. That'll work.
Right. So we appraise her of the plan.
She listens to the plan and says, "Oh, that's a good plan. I also have my guard uniform. If anyone wants to wear that, perhaps you can, pass yourself as a guard. And then, of course, I have my equipment as payment." And
Ooh, what's the equipment? That
she
interests
says,
us.
"Well, I'll only give it as we're leaving." But she has her bag of 20 gold coins, her +1 longsword, and her +1 full plate armor.
Oh, I like all of that.
She says, "But not until we're about to board. Do you get that? As that is King's ransom."
That is a king's ransom. We're not going to be able to afford that.
Yeah, we're level one.
Enjoy it to the
Pathfinder's
rest of
pilot.
the. Yeah, we'll enjoy it for the rest of the episode.
Okay, metagame. Now we send her off on the boat, so we lock in the armor.
That's a good point.
Full plate armor.
Huge plan. Put the giant in the
We
armor
got a
and
new
have him
plan,
kill
guys!
everybody.
Giant, you're out. Get out of here.
Go be a statue forever in a town square. Bye, asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Okay. Who's going in the early shift? You got the family and the bookkeeper. That sounds good. Who is carrying the 2 rafts? Each raft weighs 2 bulk.
Oh, that's plenty of bulk.
I could
That's
carry
plenty.
both.
Yeah.
Okay, Thorgrim will carry both.
No,
Who
I'll carry
is
one
going-
and Thorodin will carry the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll come with them.
The dwarf bros are going to be carrying the rafts.
Dwarf bro.
Who is going with this group? Is everyone going? All 5?
I'll
of
go.
you?
I'll go because I've kind of was the one who recruited them and made friends with them or whatever.
Okay, so we have Nella's up. Who else? We got the 2 people carrying. So that just leaves Nick Knox and Mr. Peepers. Are you going too?
We're going with.
I
the
mean,
big
I'll be
group.
doing both of these. We can all go together to drop them off and then come back and then go
Yeah.
through the gate, right? Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
all go.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, the gate's tomorrow, but
Sure.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll
let's
all go. Yeah, we'll all go.
Okay, you easily get access to the sewers and make your way towards the Shard Grove. However, as you know, the tunnels are especially tight and tricky, and to squeeze your rafts through the narrow passageway, I need the people carrying it to give me an acrobatics check or an athletics check to carefully get your rafts through the narrow passageways without destroying them.
Oh shoot! I just had a thought. given all the questions the daughter was asking, we probably should have left someone at the inn to make sure she doesn't run off and alert the cops.
Too late.
Too late.
Good thought, though.
Too late.
Thornton rolls an 18.
18.
And he's able to shove the raft through pure might through a particularly narrow passage and does not do any damage to the raft. Thorgrim, the lion, tries to imitate his brother and fails horribly. And
Not horribly.
you hear a large creaking, cracking sound as he tries to push it through, but it catches on a rock and instead does... Oh, that ain't good. Does 8 points of damage, but the raft has a hardness of 5, so your raft takes 3 points of damage. So it's still seaworthy, and it seems to be okay, but you definitely cracked a piece of it on the way to the cove.
Sorry. Blame the manufacturer.
We'll just put fewer people in that.
It arrived like this. This is how Amazon delivered it.
It didn't need to have a big clam on the front of it. It takes up a lot of space. Like, what's up with that?
As you're moving through the tunnels, the bookkeeper is a little freaked out because he hates rats and he does not like being here. It's not like being here one bit, not one bit. The kids and
I'm about to turn into a rat just to mess with them.
Which do you prefer, the executioner's noose or a rat? Take your pick.
It's like, yes, but these rats, they're so gross. You know they carry diseases. Do you know you can get filth fever and die from it? I heard the girl almost died from filth fever.
You know what? It's worth a 10-minute cast. Nella turns into a rat just to mess with them.
Crawl up his leg.
It's like screaming. Starts like he can't get by because the rafts are in the way, and you guys are like, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop pushing by me! What are you doing? What are you doing?" After shenanigans, you finally get the water. You get to the placid water at the end of the tunnel, and you can see roughly 200 feet away across the cove towards the horizon. You see a ship.
Perfect.
There appears to be no activity on the ship whatsoever, and they seem to be laying very low, obviously waiting for you. Now, how are you going to get them across? I will give you 2 rafts.
Each raft can hold 5, right?
Each raft can hold 4.
4.
4 each, and you need to tell me where the raft is going to go and how you're going to get across and what is your plan. The water is 40 feet deep, and someone...
each can only hold 4.
What is this? I am not good with this water stuff. In fact, I hate it. Like, what skills do you need in order to be able to pilot one of these
Athletics,
rafts?
I bet.
Oh, well, to actually move rafts across, it won't be any problem whatsoever. You can just move them like 5 feet at a time. You'll have perfect maneuverability on this calm water, but it's well known that there are sharp rocks and dangers underneath this cove, which is why it is such a good place to smuggle people out of.
I'm guessing we just split up the groups of 3 and how many? We have 5, right? So 5 passengers. So that leaves 3 spots for us. So I would say,
I mean, you guys can swim along with the rafts.
I'm not going. I'm not going on the water. I'm staying
I would say
put.
the family.
So that'll make it easier for you.
The family of 4 plus me go on one raft.
Well, only 4 people can sit on a raft.
Oh, that's right.
5.
It's a family of 4. Oh, that's so annoying.
Well, let them go. And if they tip over, then we've done our job anyway.
I mean, are we expected to be the ones rowing?
You're expected to go with them.
Guys, seriously. You split them up so you have at least 1 slot on each boat to be the person making the rolls to get them across the boat. That's what you do.
Right.
Figure out who has the right
That's what we
skill.
do.
You put them on one boat, and then on the other boat, all the other slots get filled by passengers, and you go.
Right, exactly. So is this athletics? I'm guessing probably, right?
Well, I made the rafts publicly ownable, so one person should be the captain of each raft, and then you're going to pick your method to get across the water. You need to get to the other side. It's going to be kind of like Battleship, so we're going to see what you find out. I mean, you know that there's things underneath, so however you want to get across, you may. And figure out who's on what draft.
I'm going to captain under the idea that nature might help with this. assessing the water.
That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea.
Nella will be the captain of one, and who will be the
Wait,
captain?
can you summon like sea creatures or anything? Like, can't you get like a fish to help?
Not now. Not right. I mean, if I see a fish, I can sort of give a chance to make it friendly to me, but that doesn't help us with this.
Yeah, it does, because if you could get fish to kind of be your eyes under the water, it could see where the rocks are.
No, I can't command. I can't command it that way. All I can do is just make it not attack me.
Oh, I see. Forget it.
At least at level 1, I can get like an innate check to have it a slightly more friendly disposition, but I can't give it commands yet.
So one boat is going to have an.
Oh, but wait, but you can turn into a fish. Can you turn into a fish?
Theoretically, but I don't know.
Turn into a fish. Turn into fish and be eyes under the water to be able to guide people and see where things are.
I can't really talk to you guys.
Oh, please, you can communicate. You fucking flap a fin. We figure a code.
You have 2 flaps.
Or we just follow you.
We really are.
I'm trying to get to the simplest answer as quickly as possible. It's like you want a guide dog. Like, there's going to be hidden rocks that we have to not hit. So you have to be able to see where the rocks are. How's the easiest way to see where the rocks are? With your eyes, as a fish, underwater. You splash up, don't go that way. Follow me. It's like going through a minefield. You just have the thing that can see the mines, and then you follow that one.
How long does their shape change last?
10 minutes. Don't forget, you will be a tiny animal, and you will be delicious, delicious food for some other creatures. I can't wait until Nella goes under the water, and then she's never heard from again.
Yeah, that's.
You can't be afraid of that. You can't worry about that.
Let's just play this straight up.
Mr.
And
Peepers is going to get in one. He'll get in one. He's trained in nature, of course.
Mr. Peepers is in charge of raft number 2.
And two of us can fit into another raft. So
who's going where? Okay.
And who else wants to go in there?
Okay, I got Thorgrim is with Nella, and Thornton is with Mr. Peepers. Now,
okay.
No, that doesn't work.
Well, some people are going to be swimming. Someone's going to have to swim with the raft.
I'll swim. Athletics, right?
Sure. So Thornton will
Well,
swim.
I mean, if somebody's got to swim, maybe I do turn into a fish.
Okay.
But then if there's any sort of predators, I turn back and go back to the shore.
Well, you would go to the shore and then turn back.
Who is going on to which raft? You have 5 people and 2 rafts.
I'm going on to no raft. I am staying behind.
Nick Knox is supervising. What is the rest of you doing? The funny thing is, if this was an adventure of all combat, we would have been done with this ages ago. This is all thinking. So analysis paralysis. No one can get anything. They're scared to death.
You keep messing us up, though.
in this type of situation, we are fish out of water.
Actually, Rob, why don't you swim since you're a big, strong guy?
Yeah, I'm going to swim.
And I'll be on the raft, and I'll pilot or whatever.
Where's Nick Knox? He needs to participate.
I'm waving from shore. I'm guarding our escape.
All right.
He's the lifeguard. He's got the little red shorts and the whistle.
If I see any guards coming, I will hoot like an owl twice.
Caw.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big raft.
Roll for overcomplicating.
I'm in the A team.
So in terms of our passengers, 1 adult, 1 kid, and then one of our boats gets the accountant.
Okay, so we have the accountant, the girl, Tariff, and we have Mr. Peepers and Thornton, and they can all fit on the raft. Then the other one has the boy, the girl, the father, Thorgrim, the lion, and then Nella, who can swim or turn into a fish or whatever she wants. Are we ready?
Yep.
Put the raft where you want the raft to be. All of you. You can put it anywhere on this side. And then you move it 1 square at a time, and we'll see what happens. I'm just going to keep the groups together. And so we have Nella's raft. I'm just going to put a color on it so we know which one's which. Nella has the green raft, and Mr. Peepers will have the red raft. Which is the raft that took damage? We'll say that's the one that is...
mine.
The green
I'll take
raft.
responsibility.
That's right.
Oh, the red raft. That one took damage.
Okay, 3 damage to the green raft. Starting to look a little bit of water coming in. A little bit of water. Okay. Start your engines. Move your rafts. As you carefully start going across the water, we'll see what happens.
Like where? Like where is the
Wherever
target?
you want.
North.
You're the captain. You're the captain.
Where's the boat we're
ship?
going to?
Yeah, I mean,
The
I don't
ship
know
is
which
on the other
direction.
side. The whole goal is to get to the other side. Up slowly,
That's a
slowly.
lot of
That's
faces
a lot of play.
there,
No, that's where you went. You took your hand off the piece. Okay,
You know,
Mr.
there's so much
Peepers.
lag. Somebody else fucking move this thing.
We all have the same lag.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
same lag.
It's. I've been moving it up and down, and I'm obviously not in the best situation to move this thing.
None of us are. It's the same for all of us.
Then just tell me what you want to do, and
I'm
I'll
only
do it
moving
for
in
you.
5-foot increments.
Okay.
I moved 5 feet. Anything happen?
No, you move 5 feet north, and you seem to be okay. It's nice and placid. No, nothing bad is happening.
I moved 5 more feet north.
You are fine. No problems.
5 more feet north.
No problems.
Hey, this is easy. Oops, I moved 10 feet that time. Oops.
Oh, you went a little too fast, but so far so good.
Okay.
So far,
I'm going to do something radical. Watch this.
It's gonna be like Minesweeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Feet to the east.
Up, roll, stop what you're doing. As you go to the east, you see jagged rocks and sharp shards emerging from the water. Give me a survival check to see if you can avoid having the raft scrape against those sharp shards. Survival.
I mean, actually, could Nella roll that instead of me, or I don't have survival trained really.
What does Nella have? Oh, then you can't do it. You have to be trained. So you actually do not even have the capability to get past that. So it would have to be Jason's character. You are trained in survival +7.
Okay, yeah, then I definitely
Nella's very good. Nella, you might be able to avoid the sharp shards that are jutting from underneath the water. Give me a check to see if you can quickly move the boat in the right direction so you don't get cut up. Oh, look at that. A
Look at that.
22. You manage to avoid the shards, and let's show what they look like. That is what the shards look like.
Rah!
And
Yeesh.
you
All right.
you manage to quickly avoid the shards and will not get cut. So good job, Nella. Thorgrim, you might want to do a better job at pilot.
I
Oh,
go
there you
west
go.
now.
There you Oh, now he's going the right way. Now he's going the right way. Good job. Good job.
I go 5 feet north. I mean, anytime you want to switch to John, let me know.
Okay, we'll switch to John now. You've got enough adventure. John, as Mr. Peepers, is zooming along to the north. So far, so good. Nothing is coming. So,
And I have also trained in survival too. So
okay. Now you don't want
nice.
to move the raft. I'll gladly move the raft for you. Just tell me where you want to go.
I guess straight forward if that's where the ship is.
Yeah, we have to get off the map. So go 50 feet to the north.
Well, I've been moving it for you. So you move up, and you're doing fine. You're doing mighty fine. Let's switch back. You go good 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. So far, so good. Nothing is grabbing at you. You're avoiding shards. You don't see any
Wow.
animals. Mr. Peepers is doing a great job. Next up, back to Thorgrim the lion, or in this case, Thorgrim the dolphin. What are you doing, dolphin boy? Oh, he's moving.
5 feet north.
5 feet. 5 feet. Sees those sharp rock. Oh, he's getting close. He
5
can
feet.
sense there's more rocks, but so far so good. Oh, he.
How about that maneuver? You see
Oh,
that?
that was the maneuver. He's going around the rocks. He's trying to
Yeah,
trying to be
trying to be
sneaky.
slick.
Serpentine.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
so
serpentine.
far, oh, he's
Look at
totally
that
hugging the
maneuver.
rocks. Look at that. Yeah, he's daring the rocks to.
Can you Tokyo drift it?
He is.
Ah.
He just went sideways. He's like
I did.
he's basically going around the rocks in a complete circumference. He's like, I will go around you rocks. He's slowly moving
I'm
north.
just gonna go north. I don't. At this
Oh,
point.
he's like, I think I just go
Pedal
for
to
it.
the metal. Let's
Pedal.
go straight. Let's keep going.
Oh, he's going. He's going.
I waved to Nixnox. Say, Nixnox. Hello.
I wave back. You're doing fine.
Do you see any rocks up yonder?
This knocks
I
that
just
one
wave
at
him
any
like I
part
just
of
wave
it.
him to keep on going. Keep on going.
So keep on swimming. Keep on swimming.
I made it.
Oh, he's still going. Wow, look at that. You're flying. Oh, he's getting gutsy. He's getting antsy. He wants to get out of here.
I feel like I should make a turn. But
I don't know. He's it's invisible. Oh, did you just go backwards? What are you doing?
I moved 2. I'm only trying to move 5 feet at a time.
Oh, okay. He's being very, very cautious.
5 feet.
Oh, he's almost at the end. Almost. Oh no. Oh, is that something? Do you see something in the water? Do you? Oh no, that's just a rock. Don't worry.
Good.
What's that? Oh, what's that? Oh yeah. Oh, it's the leaf.
I climb up to the mast. I say, I made it.
Shark eats him.
Oh, he makes it to the finish line.
Yes.
All right, he makes it all the way across. Only maybe thanks to Nella, almost getting the ship destroyed by sharp rocks. But now,
Mr. Peepers, if you follow my path, it's safe.
Mr. Peepers, where's
Mr.
he
Peepers,
going?
he's going to attack.
He's tacking. Oh, he's going diagonal.
Is he going to deploy the Spinnaker next?
Well,
Yes,
he's
deploy the
he's
Spinnaker.
literally going diagonal. It's like, what's the way to hit the most amount of hexes possible? Let's
Yeah,
go
but
diagonal.
if he can get into my lane, he knows.
Yeah,
it's
that's
safe,
what I'm
though.
doing.
That's what you should have been doing. You
I'm
should
waving to him
You
to do that.
should have been going in a straight line, but you were not thinking this through.
He was thinking 2-dimensionally.
That's right. 2-dimensional thinking.
Sauce for the goose, Mr. Static.
That's right.
Mr. Peepers is going all over the place. The people on his boat are puking their brains.
Look at that.
Mr. Peepers
that.
he's just reckless. He's just
Mr.
reckless with
Peepers
the rudder.
christens his boat the Vomit Comet.
That's
Mr.
excellent
Peepers,
seamanship.
You're going the wrong way. You're going to the way. What are you doing? He's literally trying to hit every single square. He's trying to hit every square to actually destroy the ship. Oh my god, what are you doing? Are you ramming?
Doing a
Ramming
spontaneous
speed.
cartography mission.
Mr. Peepers
We're gonna
literally
get
is
no.
now smashing the other
We're gonna
boat.
get a survey. I'm taking a survey of this. We're gonna sell it to the smugglers
He's
tomorrow.
finding the Northwest Passage.
Oh my god. Okay, Mr. Peepers is getting ridiculous. You managed to make it all the way across. You avoid the reef.
There's no rocks in this water. I don't know what everyone's talking about. We looked for rocks. They weren't out there.
Well, we almost hit one, but
Must be high tide.
There was also reef claws, and those things will kill you and eat you. It's a shame that Nella didn't turn into a fish. You only have a +5 of all damage done to you as you get eaten. That would have been nearly instant death if this thing's bit you. And then
are you
kills
like much
you.
more vulnerable when your shape changed?
Yeah, he's vulnerable 5 to all damage.
Yeah, because in pest form, you're extra tiny and edible.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, that's a.
Oh well,
That-
it's a good thing I
don't
didn't
do
have to
that.
use the aquatic combat rules, which would have been fascinating. But you managed to make it across without getting eaten. You make it across to the Roland's Prayer, roughly 200 feet, and you let's see. They provide a ladder for the kids and the families to climb up. You see no one on the deck, but you hear whispers going, "Hurry up. Get them on board. Only 5.
We got 5.
Okay, good. Hurry. Get, and then we gotta go."
Okay, we do that, I guess, right? No reason not to.
Okay.
I do give them the once over, once over and see if they look like a motley crew or if they look like there's not a crew of orcs.
No, you don't see.
Just hand him over.
Yeah, you can't tell because
We're not making
they're
any
all in
judgments
there.
now.
I want to make a judgment.
The kids give Nella a big hug, and they even give Thorgrim a big hug. He doesn't know what to do with that, and the father and the mother and even the bookkeeper. He just nods to everyone and thanks everyone profusely, and they take off.
Excellent job, well done. We go back.
Yeah. We go back exactly
The same
we
way.
came. Yeah.
If we need to, we scuttle one of the rafts and just take one raft back, though.
Okay.
Yeah, take one raft.
If we're actually going to play through that, or if we're just going to assume we make it back.
Now, you just take the same way back, knowing that these waters are dangerous, and you're able to approximate it. So you all get back safely. Nix Knox is, having a suntan on the beach.
Oh no! During this time, I used my prestidigitation to like make a pina colada and sunglasses, and I've been hanging out watching the show.
Ordering drinks at the Sure.
All right. You are done for the day. 5 people away, 5 to go. What are you doing? You can go back to the inn. You can hang around town. There's probably not much more left for you to do unless you want to see the sights.
I'm gonna steal some papers when we're on the dock. Let's get some papers.
Okay, here we go. You go to the docks, Mr.
Yeah.
Peepers.
We didn't start at the docks.
The docks is day 5, so you have all of day 4. Because in the morning you went down to the cove. You spent a few hours to get through the tunnels. You rafted everyone over. You got them on the ship, and now it's like noon, so you can go back to the inn. You can hang around the city.
I thought the cove would be near the docks.
No, it's on the other side. It's like totally.
Oh no. Okay, that's all right. No, I don't want to.
Okay. So you have a full day, and tomorrow's the last day in this wonderful city. What do you want to do?
I'm going to thieve. I'm going to steal things from people.
Okay, you're gonna thief. You're gonna try to steal papers with let's see,
valuables.
What?
Just valuables. Just valuables.
What?
This is like.
Okay, I need to look something up for you, by the way, if we do that.
Isn't this like the downtime type of thing? It's thievery. It's like a profession.
Oh, I know what it is. No, this isn't downtime. No, this is not downtime. That's between sessions. This is you trying to steal papers.
Do you let us know that you're going? Hey, I'm going to go out and go steal some papers. Bye. See you later. No.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I announced that to everybody. I thought it would be like a downtime thing. I thought it was going to be a profession.
No.
Thing.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
I encourage him.
Yeah, you're bad. You're an enabler. Don't go on. So we don't need the heat on us right now.
Okay, well, I am warning you that stealing documents, although might be very beneficial, will earn you infamy.
Nah, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do more of my profession, but we can't.
He doesn't know what infamy is, I don't think. Do you know what that is? That's
I know what it is. It doesn't matter whether
you actually can't. I actually was incorrect. You can't use that for the profession. For your professions, you have to use there's one of 3 things you can use. You can't use that. I was actually incorrect on that. Getting infamy will reduce your character's effective level when purchasing equipment if you get infamy.
Okay.
And if you get 3 levels of infamy, you have to retire your character. So infamy is when you perform wantonly evil or callously criminal actions. And I have to inform you that it could be considered an evil action. And if you still want to do it, you can get an infamy point. If you get 3 infamy points, you must retire your character. You are no longer welcome in Pathfinder Society operations. To have 0 infamy is no effect. If you have 1 infamy, then you can purchase items equal to your level -1 and can only purchase items equipped on your Chronicles sheet if it's at most 1 level higher than you. If you get 2 levels of infamy, then you can only buy things equal to your level -2 and only items on your Chronicles sheet that is equal to or less than your level. And if you get 3, then you're kicked out of the society. So do you wish to go steal things?
No.
Just checking, because some people might like infamy. You might find it a challenge.
Can you get rid of infamy?
Yes, you need to use 12 fame, 12 of your precious fame to get rid of 1 point of infamy. And you only get something like 4 points of fame per. It's like entire character level you need to use to get rid of a point of infamy. Very easy to get, very hard to get rid of. So, but there could be advantages if you want to do evil things, sort of, on the side. We'll see. With that being said, does anyone else wish to do anything before we go to day 5?
I try very, very hard to pass the night uneventfully.
Yeah.
Okay. You pass the night uneventfully. Everyone is nervous, as half the party is gone. They're both excited and nervous at the same time. You wake up. It's day 5. Everyone's here. You have the giant. You have the guard. You have the daughter. You have the father. And you have the sneaky Filch. What is your plan?
I think we're loading everybody in barrels except the giant, and we're giving the giant the invisibility potion. And we're going to have him take the invisibility potion and kind of go right through the gate with us.
Okay.
I mean, is that the plan, guys?
Yeah, we should just send him ahead. Go through the gate when it's open.
Plans, but
Don't wait for us. Go through the gate and get to the ship, invisible.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready, and we will go to the docks, and we will see what we see.
Ready.
Well, we know
Ready.
Peepers is ready.
I am ready.
I am. Not ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, describe to me what you are doing. You get to the docks. The good news is it looks like getting onto your ship doesn't seem to have a lot of obstacles. Only just 2 Emerald guards stationed in front of the ship, checking everyone's papers and valuables before getting on.
I absolutely try to identify one of them as the guard that we know that we have the goods on.
You have no idea what that guard looks like, so you can't.
Elevard.
All right, I use my sneaky stealth ability to try to get the guard in the barrel to peek inside the barrel unobtrusively without being noticed, and ID the guard that we have the goods on.
Okay, that's gonna be really risky, but we'll do that. Let's see. Okay, you try to do this, and she's like, "Shh, can't see anything." It's like, "Don't worry, if you'll know him, he'll identify himself." And then she just gets real quiet.
All right, I'm prepared to take her at her word. Unless somebody wants to do something else, I'm plow ahead.
Yeah, let's
wait.
go for it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just get on our
We
boat.
know the
We have-
guy's name. We can just say we were told to talk to Guard Elvard when we get if there's a problem.
Awesome.
Okay, so you are going towards the dock. As you're going through the dock, it's very bumpy, and some of the items that are covering them up fall off the cart, and a little bit of them are exposed. What do you do?
Collect the goods, put them back, make sure it's...
Yeah, make sure none of the barrels fall out and hurt anybody.
Who is doing that? Who is doing that? I need to know the specific person as their specific skills involved in doing what you're trying to do without raising attention to yourself.
I think that would have to be Mr. Peepers who's doing that. Or Nick's Knock.
All right.
Or both.
Yeah. Well, what skill is
Mr.
that?
Peepers jumps out and decides to use his stealth to very carefully pick up the barrels and hide the person back and the other items that fell out of the cart. Give me a stealth check.
Oh, I have +7 in stealth. That's
That's
good.
the right maneuver. That's the wrong roll.
He rolls a 2. You are making matters
Hero
much,
point.
much
Oh yeah,
worse.
can I do a hero point?
Yes, you may. You are may.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's good. Yeah, hero point. Come on, John. You can do it. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yay.
23. All right. The
23.
first time he's like, whoa, that's in the wrong place. I don't.
I
wanna-"
stepped on a potato chip on the first roll and went,
Yes,
whoa, wait a minute.
Exactly. Like, whoa, hey now, that ain't right. So good. You managed to take it. Some of the guards look over. They sort of pass by, look in the cart as you're putting it away. You just sort of give them a little smile and wink, but they don't see anything. They keep going. Good job, Mr. Peepers. You managed to get past that unwanted exposure is what that was calling.
Okay.
As you continue to walk down the area, the wind is blowing profusely. It's really hard for you to hold on to your papers. Everyone, quickly, give me a reflex save to make sure they don't fly away.
Oh. Great.
Nella rolls a 15. Quickly, pockets hers. Thoradin rolls a 13. He pockets his. Nixnox. Mr. Peepers, 28. Nixnox doesn't even have a chance. He puts it right in his pocket. And Mr. Peepers, he's easily able to hold his whatsoever, and it doesn't go anywhere. Who is missing? Thorgrim the Lion rolls a 1. His papers are flying away. He's flying away. They're about to go into the ocean. What do you do? What do you do?
I run after my papers. I say, help me, gather my papers before they go to the water.
Can I try and grab him? Can I try and grab him? Did I go?
No, he can hero point it and pray. He can,
Oh, you better.
hero point.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do that.
that's all you can do.
How many girls do I have?
You rolled a 1. That's a critical failure. You didn't even come
Even in
close.
skills, though?
Oh, definitely in
Oh,
skills.
definitely in skills. You can use
Everything
hero
can
point.
critically
Everything
fail
is-
now. Everything.
Yeah,
That's
everything.
a saving throw, though.
You want to eat a sandwich? You
Doesn't-
better not critically fail. You shove it up your butt.
Yeah, a 1 is a yeah. Oh, 10.
Much better.
The papers-
Much better.
They're rolling down they're going down the docks. They're about to go into the water. They're using
Now
your
what?
last hero point.
Do I have another hero
point?
point?
Yes, hero point. Hero
One
point.
left.
Hero point.
One
Hero
left.
point.
He's gonna have to dive.
Oh, he
Oh,
rolled a 2. What a Thorgrim.
You suck.
You better swim. Air bubble for
running-
you.
I'm
Go on
running-
the
Dude,
bottom.
we
gone.
should just
They're
leave you
gone.
behind.
That's
They're
another
gone.
This is your
critical.
home now, dude. We're
That's a
really leaving you
critical.
behind.
Go be a guard.
they're gone. The papers are gone. Your papers are gone.
Did the guards see this? Say, look, my papers are flying away.
They just laugh. They're all laughing at you. They're like that is the funniest thing they've seen all week.
Well, I guess we got to find our way out of here now.
Is laughing too.
Everyone else was able to keep on to their papers. Thorgrim through 3 failures in a row.
Yeah, when he can't roll above a
What
7
a
3 times in a row.
Papers
What
What
are the
a
odds?
gone. I didn't do a thing. It's everyone else was
What
able
a
to hold on to
Thorgrim.
their papers. So okay, so what are you gonna do?
That's why they call it a roll.
Get in the
game.
barrel.
Roll play it out. Come on, Chris. Roll play it out.
Papers, please.
Well, no
What
one
are you
asked me
gonna
for
do?
papers yet, so.
Oh no! Now they're going to. You see them. The 2 guards at the end are all looking at everyone's papers. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Is the giant invisible?
So who's
Not
the
yet.
guy?
Yeah.
What's the name of the guy? What's the name of the guy we got to talk to?
You're not there yet.
Oh, who is there?
The name of the guy is
Elevar or something.
Elevar,
Like
yeah.
that.
Elevard.
Elevard.
So we're not all together. Who's what?
You're all together, but you're not there yet. You see at the end of the dock, that's where
Oh, I'm sorry, I
End of the
misunderstood
dock.
you. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
like the guards were coming up and checking papers. I thought they were checking our papers
you can
already.
see they're checking papers. Yeah, I mean, they're not ready
I
to
see.
check your papers.
But they
Not
saw
yet.
my papers blow away.
All right.
But then I don't
So
care
so
about
let me a quick huddle. So Elevard is going to be one of these guys at the end of the dock, and so there's a couple of ways we could approach this. We could approach this deceptively with somebody who is skilled in deception, perhaps, or diplomatically with somebody who's like persuasive, or I can use the leverage that we have to do a threat using my intimidation to get it and to use that compel him to do something for a short time thing. So
What is that, a spell?
no, it's my skill, man. I have an intimidation +7, so
Oh,
I can
nice.
I can threaten him, and with our I can blackmail him essentially, and threaten him. Let us through, or I'll expose you to the Rune Lord for fraud, and get a +7 on that check, or somebody who might have a better thing, or might want to work on it with diplomacy or something, could do something else. So
Now, the
who's
intimidation-
going to be the front man?
You should. I think the intimidate is a good idea. I like
Well,
that.
question-
That was your plan all along.
Seven's pretty good.
All right, I want to do
I'm-
that.
I have a separate question. Are the papers particularly identified by name, or as in, can I give Chris my papers and do the wild shape and do that part of the plan?
But it describes you, not a dwarf
Oh,
male.
okay. All right. Well, then never mind.
It probably will not work. Not at this point.
That's
Can
weird.
you
It's
turn
like a
me-
passport? Yeah.
Can you turn Thorgrim into a cat?
Give him it's the McLovin ID.
You're not there yet.
Yeah.
You're not there
Okay,
yet.
all right. I am going to turn this sow's ear into a silk purse.
You're not done yet.
Well, I'm hurrying up. I'm making an announcement. It's like guard,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I
As you
go
do
and
that,
I go and approach the
suddenly you
guard.
hear. Okay. Well, you start hearing Verma throwing up because she's so nervous, and the guards are
Who?
walking over.
Oh,
The little girl, she's in the barrel, and you hear her. You can hear it. You can hear her throwing up as you're calling over the guards. What do you do? Hurry! Guards are
Who,
coming.
me?
I don't know. Whoever. Someone do
somebody
something.
else.
You
Somebody
called
else.
over the guards.
I will
medicine.
try to. I will try to soothe her by telling her to.
Or
calm down and
why
things
not
like
Mr. Peepers with his battlefield medicine kind of fix her right now? How about that?
Guards are walking over.
She's in
Hurry
the
up!
barrel. I gotta open up the barrel
I'm
and
gonna
fix
cast
that?
a ranged heal on her. I don't know if that does anything or not.
Okay, give me a.
2-action heal.
Okay.
Well, I'm moving away to meet the guards, away from everyone. I'm approaching the guards. I'm moving.
As soon as you do that, they hold up their hands and tell you to stop. The second you start walking towards them, they're like, stay with the group now. They told you do not.
I need to. I need to
not
speak. What's
approach.
the name of that guard?
Do
Who was the name of that
not
guard? What was that name of that
approach.
guard?
Elevard.
Elevar. I need to speak to guard Elevar.
They both come up to you.
Elevard.
You cast the healing. You think the belching has stopped, and then he's like, "Papers, please."
Are you guard Elevard?
He looks at you and he says, "Papers, please."
Of course. Here are my papers, but I'm specifically instructed to speak to guard Elevard.
I guess you want to go to jail, because the only people who like to talk to me are the ones who like to go to jail for the night. He takes your papers from your hand, and he's carefully,
Show me
and,
tattoo.
and while he's taking my papers, he says, "Well, that's very interesting." And I pull out the book, right? And I say, "Well, that's like my instructions are right here." And like, and so I'm doing it so he kind of see what I'm looking at, and I'm using my stealth for this, so that some guard who's not Guard Elvard might not think of it, like it might not think of it, nothing of it, but I'm showing enough of it that Guard Elvard, that if Guard Elvard is there and if he even glances at it, he's going to see that some of the things that this is referencing and get his interest that way.
Okay. He asked for everyone else's papers. So Nella,
give him my papers.
Foregram, Mr. Peepers.
Yeah, I'll give over my papers.
Okay.
My papers blew away. You saw them blow into the water.
The two guards look at each other. They like hitting each other. Like that was the funniest thing we've seen in weeks. So I guess you don't have papers, right?
Well, they're in the water somewhere. So.
Oh, likely story.
Mr. Peepers I show him I give them my papers, but then Mr. Peepers can sleight of hand and give my papers back to them as
because we look very similar actually.
You can try,
and everyone thinks we all look alike.
Yeah, but now they're taking them. They're actually they're taking it from you. They're
they give a crap.
Yeah. No, they're looking, and he looks at you and he goes, it's a shame your papers fell into the water. We could overlook any abnormalities for the right price.
Butterfingers, pay up.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about that because we have important business to take care of.
You give him a couple. I mean, we all each have some gold, right?
Well, you also have the book. So what are you doing with that book? Let's go back to the book now. So what are you doing with the book?
Well, that was a cast of a line into the water. If nobody bid on that, I'm going to put the book away. Like both these guards saw it. If nobody's recognizing it and seeing what it is.
Well, there's one guard is Elevar, and the other guard just seems to be a toady. And
all right,
he's interested, but he just didn't know what you're talking about. You think you have to be
exactly okay. So now I'm using my stealth to unobtrusively communicate to him, like whisper in his ear, and I say to him, yes, this is we know all about you, and we should forget the bribe. We know all about you and the forged artwork. We don't want any trouble with you, but if you detain us, if you don't let us get on this boat, the truth is going to come out. So you better let us pass and not even charge us anything.
He looks at you and he's like, interesting story. Show me the book. And he puts out his hand, waiting for you to put the book in his hand.
I totally show him the book. And in fact, I hold it in front of him and I showed a page.
No.
You should look right here.
No, he's waiting.
Right.
No. He's waiting for it to throw it in the water.
Before I give it to him, and, I'm actually saying this is the section of the book when I give it to you that you want to look at, and I'm pointing to this and this and this, and you see how that does that. And it doesn't matter whether or not you own the book because we have people that can in detail explain what's going on, and there will be you think if you take this evidence that's going to be it. That is not going to be it. Just the knowledge will come out, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I'm leveraging that on my
listening to you the whole time. He doesn't even seem to faze him at all. He doesn't even seem to care, and he's just holding his hand out with a little smile on his face. And he says, "I'm waiting."
I gave it to him.
Okay, you give him the book. Okay, you give him the book. He looks at it. He flips through it a little. He tucks it in his shirt, deep in his armor, and he goes, I guess your papers were in order after all. It was a shame that they flew into the ocean like that. But, dwarf, don't let it happen again. Butterfingers.
Sir, thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar, so you'll never see me again.
All right, get out of here. Get onto your damn ship. Enough of you scoundrels.
All right, good. I got it.
I really want to give him my demoralizing gaze as we walk by, just to give him a last shudder before he
I really want to give him trident to back of the neck, but I have to restrain him.
So he's like, move along. And so he's pushing you on. The cart seems to be undetected. You don't.
I
hear
go.
retching.
I hurry along.
Yeah, we
I
move
hurry
along. We want to get out of here.
Hurry along, little doggies.
Do
Hurry
you
along.
have the message spell, Seth, by the way?
No.
That's a good spell to have.
Dude, there's a lot of good spells to have. That's the one downside of being a sorcerer.
And then finally, what do you do with the giant? You have him turn invisible and
Yes.
carefully
Yeah, he's
crawls
invisible.
through. So he goes
that
invisible.
should have happened already.
He just
okay,
go
I'm just
through.
double checking. Yeah. He sort of trumbles through. The guards look around because they hear and feel something, but they don't know exactly what's going on. They're kind of fooled by the
It's the wind. It's the wind.
right, and you can see
very
like
windy day.
as a 1-ton giant walks up the gangplank, and you see it bending by itself, and you're like all holding your breath, praying that he doesn't fall into the water by accident. But it seems that he's managed to sneak onto the boat as well.
Beautiful. Wow. Did we succeed?
So you get past the guards in the dock, you get the remaining refugees, and all the paperwork is in. You guys cast ashore, and you leave without further detection. You're aboard the Merry Mayfly. You sail unmolested to Magnamar. And
Oh,
when
thank God.
you meet
God.
your two contacts to discuss the outcome of the mission, and you receive expressions of warm gratitude from the refugees you helped. In fact, all of them are there, including the 5 earlier that you smuggled off the ship. So all
Nice.
refugees are there. They're eager to exchange stories with one another. The refugees are grateful to you and the Pathfinder Society for their freedom, and they pledge their services and goodwill to the benefit of the society to years to come. And
Nice.
of course, he asks for his payment, Valorous, because part of the deal was that you keep half and he keeps half, and you knew that ahead of time. So altogether, you got approximately 18 treasure bundles worth of stuff. So you hand over 9 to him, and you keep the other 9. So you managed to get a whopping 9 treasure bundles, and he also sees the tattoo on Mr. Peeper's arm and says, "Oh, I guess you got to spend the night in the slammer there, Mr. Peepers."
By choice. By choice.
It was
Ah,
a recon mission.
I live
well,
on the racer's edge.
I see, and you're still in one piece. Most impressive. Maybe there's a future of smuggling for you, Mr. Peepers.
And a past.
And with
Nice.
that, you successfully managed to get all 10 refugees out. You didn't get arrested. You didn't need the Pathfinders to bail you out of jail. You managed to get almost all the treasure bundles. You missed one, but that's okay. So you got 9
The
out of
giant
10
get out?
treasure bundles. The giant got out too.
Let's go back for
And-
the treasure bundles.
Too late. Let's see, to fulfill your primary objective, you get 2 fame and 2 reputation. For fulfilling the secondary objectives, which is smuggling 6 or more clients out, smuggling the giant out, successfully treating Verna for her illness, defeating Barlabus, or had at least 8 treasure bundles, you get an additional 2 fame and 2 reputation.
Nice.
And then finally,
Nice.
the Radiant Oath. You were able to fulfill 4 of the 5 objectives, which is pleasing to Radiant Oath faction. So you get 2 additional reputation with Radiant Oath.
Nice.
I think it's my faction, isn't it?
That is. So
That
you're going to
is,
get
yeah.
6 instead of 4.
Nice.
So you
Nice.
have successfully once again shown the prowess of the Black Lodge with minimal fighting, no less. How about that?
Yes.
That was good. That was good.
That
job.
was, I
Job
gotta
well
say,
done.
that was tons of fun. But oh my god, do I want a combat encounter now? Straight up goddamn dungeon crawl.
Not
Like,
another
like,
bug hunt. You don't want a bug hunt?
I want to listen down a door. I want to roll initiative. I want to fight. I want to fight.
No, we're not
walls or
listening
something.
to no doors. We're going through the doors. We're just gonna
Exactly.
There's no listening to doors.
Hey, if we could level up without combat for a little while, I like that because combat's very dangerous.
And the downtime, as you all know, will let you do the following. Let me show you what the chronicles look like. Give me a second. I'll show you the chronicle.
How many adventures do you have to do to get a level? 3? 3. Or 3. Yeah, okay.
3 adventures. So the adventure summary is working on behalf of both the unscrupulous Garnold Caroline and the noble Varus Durant was unusual to say the least. But at least your work has benefited a few of the unfortunate souls suffering in Balamarius' cruel grasp. The Rune Lord of Envy may have been beyond you this time around, but perhaps you'll find a reason to return to Zin Ezradel in the future. You get a boon, which you can use twice, a general limited use boon. These are things you slot before the adventure. This one's pretty good. Valorous Durant, the leader of Radiant Oath, in no small part because of her kindness and willingness to share her power with those in need. You may check a box next to this boon and spend an action to use the champion focus spell Lay on Hands, heightened for your level. This does not cost a focus point.
A free lay on hand.
Does everybody who do all of us get that, or is that one and then we decide who gets it?
Yes, everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. Before you play an adventure, you get boons, and you can slot the boons, and you can use it whenever you want, because eventually you'll get so many boons. So this is a good one, because at any time you could just say, I'm going to be using Lay on Hands, and you just use it like you would use the spell, and then you just check it off. And you can do it 2 times, and then it's gone forever. You'll also get the ability to buy a +1 longsword for 35 gold pieces, or the gold nodule Aeon Stone for 230 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to
So I
speak
think it might be a little low before
comprehend
you
What
language
about
once a day.
That is an option.
What about
I
the
know.
armor? Can you buy the armor?
Nope.
Yeah,
That's sub tier 3 and 4. You get the full plate, which you do not get.
What kind of sword is it?
Long sword. I want
Longsword.
+1 longsword. It's only 35 gold too. It's pretty cheap.
that. How much? Well, yeah. How much treasure
You
did we
got
get? Then?
12.6 gold pieces because you only got 9 treasure bundles. You missed 1. So all of you get 12.6 gold. And now at the end of the adventure, you can buy stuff, sell stuff. You can do your job role, or you can craft. And Seth and Rob get 12 days of downtime instead of 8 because you are not members of swords, spells, or scrolls. So you get extra downtime if you're making money or if you're going to craft things. Who wants to go first?
I would like to craft some armor because I have blacksmithing bonuses.
Okay, we're going to do
How much gold was it? It was 12 point something?
12.6. Now, according to your character sheet, Rob, you had 0 gold to start out with. So
I don't know how much I got. I spent.
Well, you start off with 15.
I spent it all probably on all my stuff.
Yeah, you spent it all. Right. So you have now 12.6 gold. That's all you got. So you have 12.6. So your character level 1, and what is your crafting? I'll tell you what it's going to cost. What's your crafting bonus?
All right, my crafting bonus is for blacksmithing. I think it's a +1. That's
your total
gonna be a
crafting.
5.
Okay, 5. Okay, what are you trying to create? And I will tell you.
I would like to make some kind of sturdier armor. I think I have a breastplate now. Is some other type of armor available?
It has to be level 0. So breastplate gold. It has to be level 0, and unfortunately, splint mail's level 1, half plate's level 1, full plate's level 2.
Oh, I can't make a chainmail.
I presume you bought a formula book. The formula book gives you all the level 0 common items for free. After that, if you want, you can do it. I mean, splint mail is 13 gold. So if you want, you can buy the pattern for 1 gold.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so if you buy the pattern, I'm just going to write this down, buy pattern. And what you're going to do is you then have to spend half of the money up front to craft it. And then depending on your role, you can then spend the rest of your days and don't have to spend the full amount. So
you said I have 12.5 gold initially, then I spent 1, and it costs...
Well, you're 12.6.
12.6.
And you said 1. So put it this way, you have to make the roll. If you don't make the roll, then you will not be able to. You'll just waste it. So it's a craft.
Fine by
it's
me.
up to you. All right.
Let's do it.
Let me see what your chances are. Basically, what you need to do, if you roll a 1, it's a failure. If you roll a 2 through a 9, and that's modified, it's just a regular failure. If you roll a 10 to 19, it's a success, and you'll be able to take some money off of it by spending extra days. And if you roll a 20, you get a critical success, and then you can get a lot of money off. I have the whole breakdown, so why don't we just roll and
Alright.
we'll see how it goes.
Rolling a 1d20. I'm adding 5. I don't know if my character sheet has the blacksmithing specialty added. So
You just get a +1 because you're a boss.
oh,
Wow, that is a 19 for a 24. That is a very, very good roll. So that is success. So that means that you spent 6.5 gold so far to make your armor after 4 days. Now, what you can do is you can now spend the rest of your time. If you want to spend 8 more days making armor, the total cost, you only have to spend 4.9 more gold. So you can get the armor for 8.1 gold.
Wait a second.
Yes.
This is what kind of armor are you making?
splint.
Ooh, splint. How much does splint mail normally cost?
13
gold.
13 gold.
Oh.
So you will be able to make it for 8.1 gold after 12 days if that is what you want.
Doing it. I'm at the forge with my shirt off, oiled up.
Ha!
Cool heavy metal dwarf music playing. Big hammer and sparks.
I was wrong. You saved 2.4 gold. So you need to spend a total of, let's see, of 11.3, 6.5 plus 4.9 equals... Oh my god, this is so bad for you. I don't even know what to do. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You need to spend, I was wrong. You need to spend 12 days with your success.
Yes.
You need to spend a total of 11.4 gold, and you have 11.3 gold. So
I
you could
sell
sell
I sell
something.
a shoe. I don't mean
okay, you sell right. Okay, you can sell one thing for a silver. We'll figure it out.
I'm going to sell back my armor, my breastplate.
Oh, okay, even better. So what is that? How much was your breastplate cost? That's a perfect idea. Breastplate is how much is that?
Checking 80 silver. So 8 gold.
80 silver. So
Well, divided by whatever. I don't know how is it half still or 10%?
yeah, so you get 4 gold back. So you're gonna get 4 gold back. So you're about to run out of gold, and you're like, oh my god! And then you realize, duh! And then you sell your breastplate back, and then
Yeah.
you manage to make your new armor for 11.4 gold, plus the 1.3 for the actual pattern. So you spend 12.7 gold instead of 13. You saved 3 silver
Yeah,
pieces
that seems
after all
lame.
your
That
work.
seems real. And I
That
rolled a
doesn't-
24.
Yeah, that doesn't seem. How is that? Does it get better with levels? Because that is totally not.
No,
worth it.
it's not. It's not anything like that. It is kind of crappy like that. I noticed that when I did crafting, but when I looked at crafting.
I mean,
before.
you have a
Like,
chance to fail and lose money.
right, basically it's the same thing as working for a living. You don't save any money really. Like it's kind of the equivalent of if you just use your skills to earn money and just buy it. The advantage of crafting really seems to be much more about if the item is literally not available for purchase, it allows you to get it.
It does come into, put it this way, it does help as the levels get higher and it gets harder, and also when you want to do uncommon or special items, crafting at low level is just for fun. But it does get pretty good at higher levels because you just can't get things. Like you have to craft it.
Right, like if you can't buy it in a store, you make it.
Yeah, it's like World of Warcraft. Like
Can you make
no one
magic?
crafts. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going toward. But you need the feat. Like it doesn't get interesting until you start getting the feats that are specifically for the good stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't get really good until later, but it's still like it's just fun. I'll put it this way: it actually was worth it because you probably the most amount of silver you would have gotten if you did a working skill would have been 4 silver, most likely. So the difference between working, you saved 3 silver by crafting, and you could have gotten 4 silver by working.
Yeah, but if you
So-
rolled a 1 or a really low number, then he just loses money outright.
Right.
Lots of
That's
it.
true, but
Lots
this-
of it.
Okay, actually, you.
That's the same thing with working.
Yeah,
though.
whatever.
You get
Yeah.
a crappy work roll, you lose.
Right,
you
right,
lose money.
right.
It's the exact
Right.
same thing.
No, but he was
Hey,
going to lose
he
gold
was-
though, wasn't he?
He was there for the experience.
It's
He
not.
did
It's
it-
not. It's not there to save money. Like
It's
crafting,
not there.
Crafting is
It's
not
for
about
fun.
saving money.
Yeah, he now has his own custom-made armor. Do you have your own custom?
Yeah,
No, you do
don't
not.
think
It's
so.
there.
Don't think so.
I have
But it's also like for weird corner cases, like the adventure goes and we're some podunk town where they don't have a lot of things, but they do have a blacksmith shop. And so, like if that scale mail was literally
it's
just not available,
It's the A team. If you,
Right,
if you need to be BA Baracus and make something out of like whatever is handy.
Well, let me ask another question. So this, I would like that +1 longsword. I can't afford it. Is it going to be available after next adventure, or it just goes away?
It's go forever. For the rest of time, you can buy that +1 Lord Sword whenever you want.
Okay, that's awesome
It's
then.
forever.
All right.
Yeah.
what was
Oh, that
available?
the silver shield too.
Yeah, what about last time? What was available last time? Is that still available? Because I remember there was like
Yes.
a lot of weird stuff.
Yes.
What's all that
Yes,
stuff
that's
again?
always
Maybe I want to buy something of that. What was that stuff?
Well, if you look at your, or I'll bring it up. But if you look at your chronicle, I'll bring it up. Hold on. I'll just put a screenshot so everyone has it.
You got a breastplate? Dude, your armor was already better than mine. I'm wearing chintzy chainmail.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Well,
what you
I mean, I gotta tell you, you probably spent too much on beard oils.
I did. I like to look fancy.
So that was the Jade Cat and the Pendant of the Occult, if you remember. Those are the two items.
What was the pendant of the occult? What did that do?
They give you +1 to your occult, which is amazing, but it's 60 gold pieces, so none of you can afford it.
Like so, just a +1 bonus to your occult. And what's the Jade Cat? What's the Jade? Does the Jade Cat like a figurine of wondrous power, kind of like it turns into a cat or something?
Something like that. I'd have to look it up.
Is it?
Or if someone else wants to look it up.
I think I'm
I'll
gonna
look
save
it
my
up.
money. I think I'm gonna work and save and try and get myself a +1 longsword.
Yeah, because some of that stuff is really.
Well, we are
Pricey.
level 1. We're level 1. We're not going to be able to
We are
afford
level 1.
anything.
Okay, so Rob sells his breastplate. He buys a pattern. He builds new splint mail with his image on it, or whatever he wants, like a beer mug or something, whatever you think is appropriate.
Like a big hammer with a blood drop on it, my clan symbol.
There you go. Now, is there anything else you wish to sell or buy? While
I'm good for now.
You're
Great.
good. You're done. Who's next? Who wants to earn a living?
I
Earn
can probably
some
go.
coin.
I can probably go next. I have a fairly simple plan.
Oh, it's the one with the dragon dogs. I heard about you.
Nella is going to, inspired by helping the innkeeper's daughter back to health, she's going to try to work in her downtime as doing medicine. So she's gonna, whatever the equivalent of the local clinic is or whatever, she's gonna go work there. And
Okay.
she's also going to buy an extra a second set of healer's tools for the party. So she has healer's tools. I probably should have had that all along, and I forgot to buy that. And a bandolier.
And a banjo.
Okay, so you buy the healer's tools, you buy the bandolier, and by the way, to earn income, you can use your crafting. You can craft goods from the market. You can practice a trade, which is lore. You can do performance, which is performance. Those are usually the standards of what you can do.
Oh, I thought you could use any skill that you
Well,
could
it's
use
weird.
to justify to make
It says weird. This is the thing. It says you can use one of your skills to make money, but then at the bottom it says what skills you can use. So I don't know if it's only those skills or it's can you use medicine.
All right, well, in that
I'm
case,
gonna-
we'll go back
I'm
to...
gonna
we'll
say-
go back to... Oh,
No,
okay.
I'll say you can if you want, because I think as long as you don't try to be super nefarious like the thieving, which actually in retrospect is not something I should have allowed Mr. Peepers to do. But if you can, if you want to use that, I think it's okay. I'm going to try to find out what the quote official rules because it's a little nebulous. So I think that's okay.
And I could go with scouting lore instead and just go back to the old leading hunting parties again.
Sure, if you want to do that too.
I'll stay on the right side of the law and do that this time. But we'll research it for next
Okay.
time.
No more dragon dogs. Let's see what happens. Oh my god.
Another pack of dragon dogs.
Another pack of dragon dogs. You roll a 7. Oh, eventually people will actually want to go on your tours just to see what insanity you come
Just to
up
watch
with.
me misidentify things.
Yes. It's like, it's that woman. She knows nothing about nature.
It's Nella the Clueless.
Adela earns another 8 copper pieces for a week of failure.
Wow.
That's twice in a row that maybe you should have done the healing. Sorry
Nella
about that.
the ever lost scout.
Yes. Well, She's getting well known for not knowing anything. I'll tell you that. There's no hero point for that. So Nella is done. If she wants to buy anything else, I'll do that
My
offline.
dignity. Can I buy my dignity?
Not really. Not really. Who's next?
You can craft your own,
for eight
I
copper.
kind of
you can
know.
craft your own dignity for 3 silver less.
Steve, we got how much gold? How much did we get for this?
12.6.
Okay, I'm gonna actually
So
buy.
12 gold, 60 silver.
Okay, I'm gonna.
6 silver.
Okay, I'm gonna buy the jade.
60 is 6 gold.
Yeah.
6
Right, six
silver.
silver.
12 gold, 6 silver. That's what you
Yeah.
Ah,
Regardless, I'm gonna buy the jade cat. It is absolutely insane.
What does it do?
I just posted
Tell
in
us.
the game log what it does.
Well, the people
or
can't.
what it
do
does
that.
is it treats all falls as 20 feet shorter. Okay, when you activate it, you're not flat-footed when you balance, or on narrow surfaces or uneven ground for 6 rounds. You just ignore it, and it's not. And uneven ground is
But
not
it's a
difficult
one-time
terrain.
use. It's consumable. Once you use it, it's used.
Oh, it's a consumable? I thought it
Yeah.
was a necklace.
There has to be a
Nope.
catch.
Nope, it's a consumable.
Fixed.
I know for 6 gold, it can't be that.
Abjuration, consumable, magical
Oh,
talisman,
never
for your
mind.
armor, and then once you use it, it's gone forever.
Oh, never mind. That is so not what I would spend my money on.
I didn't think so.
Okay, so as far as like the profession, is that like a Pathfinder thing, or
Yes.
okay, it's a Pathfinder
Yeah,
society.
it's a Pathfinder thing. You have to
Okay.
use your crafting, use your lore.
I don't have. Okay, I can use my.
Everyone
lore.
has lore.
Okay,
Everyone has
yeah. All right, so I'll do that. Let's just say I did that because I don't want to be.
lore. Okay. What is your lore? 'Cause we got to talk about
I know
it.
religion.
Religion.
Yeah.
Good. You're good. Wait, that's not a lore.
Well,
What's your
That's
what's
not a
your
lore.
That's not lore. What's your lore? Everyone has lore.
Lore says lore.
lore.
It says lore after it. Like I have
mine
lore.
is
I have.
warfare lore.
I have. Oh,
Right,
all right.
warfare
Well, I
lore.
don't have lore. You say everyone has lore. I don't have lore.
Everyone does. It's impossible. Nope. Everyone has lore.
You're
Okay.
supposed to get it as
You
part
have
of your
warfare
background.
lore. You have warfare lore. That is your lore.
Oh.
yeah,
So-
we like all have that. That's lame.
Yeah, it's so you have warfare lore, so that's a +4. That's so you can go and use whatever your Warcraft. Maybe you can go help build some
I'm gonna.
trebuchets or something.
I'm gonna go to the city guards and I'm gonna straighten things out and get these
Yeah.
guys to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, you try to get a
I'm
job
gonna knock some heads
straighten them
together.
out. Yeah,
Straighten them up. I'll come down there.
+4. Let's see how you do.
Okay, so here it goes.
Here goes the +4. Here we go. Waiting for the roll. Oh my God,
Wow.
17. How does he succeed? He does it. Mr. Peepers goes
18.
there. No, you rolled a D20
first.
+4. Right.
It's a,
Whatever.
Yeah.
You roll. No, you have a 17. You rolled a 13
I
+4.
rolled twice.
17.
It was a lag.
Oh, I see the first one. Okay,
Yeah.
so you roll an 18.
Sorry.
Oh, both of his rolls were better than Nella. Wow, he accidentally rolled better than Nella twice. How about that? You go down there, you give him a 1-up, you tell him what things should be, and after a week of hard work, you get 4 silver pieces for your hard work, Mr. Peepers. Good job.
Cha-ching! Goes in the kitty.
4 silver. You could figure out if you want to buy or sell anything, because
No.
you could buy and sell stuff before the adventures too. You don't have to do that during.
Nah,
that.
I'm gonna save up. I gotta get.
Okay.
I don't know.
We got 2 people left. Let's do Thorgrim. 'cause
All right.
Thorgrim,
Well, I'm
I'm
very
sure, is
simple. I'm
faster.
working alongside in the forge using my blacksmithing to make stuff to
Okay.
make arrowheads.
Okay, you make arrowheads. Let's see how that goes. You roll that. You roll that craft.
Standing by for a 1.
He's hanging out with Thoradin too. Thoradin's making some real.
Yeah,
I know. I'm impressed. I'm like very jealous of that.
Yeah, look how awesome it is. You can't wear it.
A 6 plus. What's your
Plus
crafting?
5. Plus 5.
Plus 5 and 11. Those arrowheads are substandard.
I made them blunt so that people won't get hurt.
Oh, are you making marbles?
Well, you get a whopping 8 copper pieces for your blunt.
All right. Hey, money's money. I can't turn my nose up at that.
They're not impressed, and I think you might have offended Thoradin with your crappy crafting skills.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, when I
Well,
rolled, I only rolled 4 times this whole adventure, and the highest I got was a natural 7. So That tells you
I mean, I guess
3 of those times are rerolls.
I mean, I guess
3 of those times are rerolls for
You
you.
don't follow-
Butter fingers.
you don't
fingers
follow the
flying
Allhammer.
away. He's
I get it.
No.
to make
The answer
arrowheads.
to a higher calling.
Yes, your calling is not making stuff, I guess.
That's right. That is correct.
I mean, Torag favors those that work the anvil and the forge.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool,
like
though.
Torag,
I
but
like your-
I'd rather.
No, it's
I'd
fine.
rather
Iomade
spend
is
time in
fine.
church.
I love the marbles you made. Oh, they're supposed to be arrowheads?
Yeah. Yes. Well, yeah. And then,
Oh, these are fine. I used to make these in dwarf kindergarten.
yeah, my hammer is a little bit broken. I may have to repair it.
I'll help you. Look. Let me just show you. Like, and then we do it. Like, remember Ghost when he helped her make the
Oh my
pot?
god!
He's doing it like I just lift the hammer up like this, and he's lifting his hand up. Oh,
Oh,
My beard. Wow.
Oh my god!
That's very funny.
Wow!
That
2
gives me a
dwarves,
plus 1.
2
I'll take it.
dwarves. That's
get a plus
hot.
one
That's
for
so hot.
sensual blacksmithing.
Wow! This is going into directions.
And
I did
there's
not
your
expect.
episode title: Sensual Blacksmithing.
There's the title.
Please make it the title.
Oh my god! What is going on? Oh, it worked.
And it
Forward
worked.
prize again.
my God.
You get a
Oh,
reroll.
my God.
Yeah.
The heat of the forge, the pounding of the hammer.
I gave myself a plus 1 for that.
He's like, oh, I'm learning things that I should have learned a long time ago. The heat of the fire, the sweat of the lodge. Oh. Anyhow, Nix Knox. What's Nix Knox?
When
Let's
I'm
get to-
done with lifting, I do sensual blacksmithing.
Oh my god.
All right, so what I want to do is, you know how police interrogations, they play the good cop, bad cop trick to get
Yes, oldest trick in the book.
oldest trick in the book, right? So I want to hire myself out as a bad cop for hire and use intimidation as my skill.
Oh my lord. I don't know if it's allowed, but I will say fine. I will say that is allowed, and you can roll it. And actually, you get 12 days because you're special.
Yeah,
see if
so
you
it's a
get
plus
extra
7.
money. Okay, get one chance. Here we go. How good is the crazy goblin intimidator?
Nix Knox McGruber is a cop who doesn't play by the rules.
He's a loose cannon, but he gets the job done.
He does pretty well. He goes out. He finds some people to help out. He gets a whopping 5 copper pieces per day. After 12 days, he makes 6 silver. Look at that. 6 silver
Nice.
for going out to yell at people. How about that? What a great job you did there.
Nix Knox, the mayor's been chewing my ass out for 2 hours because of you.
You got all these civil rights lawyers complaining about you taking it too far.
Oh,
Excellent.
So Nix Knox, he had enough crafting. He wanted to vent his frustrations because he didn't get to fight at all. And the only thing that even looked like it might have some combat involved water. So he just had a lot of frustrations in that adventure.
Cool.
Rob, hope you enjoyed your fighter. He got to fight a lot.
I get to fight once, and that was great.
I know, he got to fight a lot, aka once.
It's fine by me. Always fun. Thank you.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat Tales from the Black Lodge. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember that those ghouls don't want to steal your soul. They just want a hug.